Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Mental Models for Managing Change. I am Ali Jima, and I'm so pleased you're tuning in. If you've been following along in this mini-series, you will know we've been exploring practical, timeless ways of thinking that can help us manage change more thoughtfully and lead it more effectively. Now, before we jump into today's model, let's quickly revisit what a mental model actually is. It is basically a way of seeing, a mental framework that helps us make sense of things, solve problems, and make better decisions. You can think of it like a GPS for your thinking. And to bring that to life, imagine you're driving to a place you've never been before. No map, no directions, just vibes. Chances are you'll take a few wrong turns, maybe end up a bit frustrated, right? But with a map, your mental model, you've got a route. You can anticipate what's ahead, avoid unnecessary detours, and get to where you want to go with more confidence and less stress. Mental models do the same for change. They help us cut through noise, spot patterns, and work with complexity, not against it. In our last episode, we looked at the iceberg model, a powerful tool that encourages us to look beneath the surface of change. Rather than just reacting to events, we explored how to notice patterns, understand systems, and challenge mental models. Today, we're going one step further. Because you've looked beneath the surface, a natural next question is, what happens next? That's where today's mental model comes in. It is called second-order thinking, and it is all about anticipating the ripples of change, not just the splash. Let's start with the basics. We use first-order thinking all the time. It is our go-to. It asks, what happens if I do X? And usually stops there. But second-order thinking pushes us further. It asks, and then what? It's about looking beyond the immediate outcome and considering the longer-term consequences, especially the unintended ones. In change work, this is gold, because change doesn't happen in a vacuum. One shift often leads to another and another. Second-order thinking gives us the space to pause and explore these ripple effects before they show up uninvited. So where does this show up in our work? Second-order thinking is especially useful in the planning and impact assessment stages of change. It helps you to think through possible stakeholder reactions, anticipate system-wide consequences, and strengthen risk analysis and mitigation planning. You might use it when you're drafting a communication plan, reshaping a process, or even when coaching leaders through tough decisions. It is particularly powerful when paired with iceberg model. You look beneath the problem, then look ahead to see what your actions might set in motion. A quick analogy. Let's say your organization wants to improve collaboration. First-order thinking might lead you to introduce a shared workplace like Slack or Microsoft Teams. Second-order thinking asks, what behaviors might this unintentionally encourage? Could it help people collaborate more or just overwhelm them with messages? Will it bring some teams together or silo them digitally? Same decision, deeper lens. So where does this model come from? Second-order thinking has deep roots in strategy, economics, investing, and systems thinking. A name that often comes up is Howard Marks, a well-known investor who said, first-level thinking is simplistic and superficial. Second-level thinking is deep, complex, and convoluted. And while that quote might sound heavy, this model is actually quite accessible. It is simply about slowing down your thinking, being curious, asking, what might this decision lead to, and what might that lead to? So when do you use second-order thinking in change management? Let's try it out. Say you are leading a restructure to flatten the hierarchy. First-order thinking says, fewer layers, more empowerment, done. Second-order thinking adds nuance. Will removing middle managers affect team morale? Might some decisions get stuck because no one's sure who owns them? Could informal networks, the culture glue, start to dissolve without those key people? These are the kinds of questions that help you avoid unintended friction and get ahead of issues that might otherwise catch you off guard. How to practice second-order thinking. Here are 3 simple ways to build this into your process. Number 1, ask, and then what? Multiple times. Don't settle for surface-level outcomes. Play it out. Number 2, flip your success. If this works perfectly, what might go wrong because of that? Yes, even success has side effects. Number 3, think in timelines. Map the decision over time. What's in week 1? Effect 1 month, 6 months. It's amazing what shows up when you zoom out. And remember, the point isn't to get it all right. It is to create space to think. That alone makes a difference. So what's your challenge for the week? Take something you've been working on, a rollout, a strategy, even a team change, and apply second-order thinking. Ask, what might happen as a result? What else might be impacted? Are there knock-on effects I haven't considered yet? Spend just 5 minutes here and I promise you will service something new. Thanks again for joining me on the Mental Models for Managing Change. If this one sparks something for you, share it with a colleague or message me. I always love hearing how these ideas land in the real world. And next time, we are building on this further with a model that helps us understand how our beliefs and assumptions shape our decisions, often without us realizing it. That's right, we're exploring the ladder of inference. Until then, I'll leave you with this. Every action we take creates echoes. Some we hear right away, others only much later. Second-order thinkers listen for both. Until next time.